gods are real, like the Greek gods,
like the ones you learned about but weren't paying attention to. Well, they don't pay attention to you either, especially if you're their kid.
The gods have godly things to do, godly places they need to see,
godly plans they need to make that don't include me. Yeah, the gods are real, and they have kids, and those kids have issues.
Daddy doesn't love me and mommy is a god.
Mommy can protect me and daddy is a god.
Mommy is too busy and daddy is too busy. Busy, 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 busy being a god. Yeah.
You never listen to me, you never listen. You never listen to me, you never listen. No, you never listen, but now you're gonna listen. Cause it's time you heard our side of the story. It's time you heard our story. Look!
I didn't want to be a half-blood. I didn't ask to be a hero seeking praise. Being a half-blood, it's scary. It mostly gets you killed in very nasty ways. I didn't want to cause trouble. I'm less a player and more the played. And honestly, I'd totally be fine if I could make it to the next grade. It wasn't dirty socks or my stepdad. It was danger that I smelled. The day it all went down, the day I got expelled. Maybe you don't know what a half-blood is because your life is normal and happy and not constantly in danger. But my life, let me set the scene. We were on this freaky field trip. That's when the story should probably start. We were geeking out on ancient Greek at the New York Metropolitan Museum of Art. Stopped by all the statues and learned about the gods. The runner and my substitute, Mrs. Dodds, hadn't done nothing wrong, wasn't rude, hadn't rebelled. On the day it all went down, the day I got expelled.
The Greek gods, almighty titans of earth, sea, and sky. But even they were children once, and they didn't have it easy. Their father, Kronos, feared the day his children would inherit the earth. So what did he do? Anyone?
He ate them.
Thank you, Mrs. Darts. But one child, Zeus, escaped and devised a plan to rescue his brothers and sisters. He tricked Kronos into eating a rock. And what did Kronos do? Anyone? Any student?
He vomited them up.
I didn't really get the story. At least it wasn't boring as I'd feared. But is it me, or is Greek mythology not deeply weird? I didn't want to pay attention. Now I always try to take notes. But my focus is in question, and God's an indigestion causing groan from our throats. Dude, what was that?
Nothing.
My best friend was acting strange, at which he so excelled. The day it all went down, the day I got expelled. Why do you have peanut butter in your hair?
Ask Nancy Boba Fett. She's a monster. Well, not literally. I don't think.
She threw a peanut butter sandwich at you?
She threw a peanut butter sandwich at you. I stopped it with my head.
Grover, you are a good friend.
Aw. Dude, I'm your only friend.
Percy Jackson!
I knew something was up when I heard my name get yelled.
The day it all went down,
I saw something not in Mrs. Dodds' frown.
the day it all got weird.
The day I got expelled.
Mr. Jackson! Mr. Jackson! Please see me by the Sphinx.
Look, if this is about Nancy Bobovich, she only hates me because I tried to get her to stop wedging the first graders.
I have heard much about you, Percy Jackson.
Really? That's very dedicated for a substitute.
Kicked out of 5 schools in 6 years. One might question your parentage.
Hey, don't talk about my mom.
And your father. That's right. You don't know who he is.
Who is this about anyway? Mrs. Dodds? You have something going on here!
What ho, Percy?
Mr. Brunner, what am I supposed to do with the pen? Sword! Whoa! Mr. Brunner? Mrs. Dodds? I didn't know it just had happened. Was that all a creepy, crazy dream? My teacher was a creature, then she vanished in the ether with a demon scream. The next thing that I knew, I was where detention was held. The day it all got real, the day I got expelled.
I tried, Percy, but the headmaster stands firm in his decision. You were supposed to stay with the group, and this was your final warning.
But it wasn't my fault, it was Mrs. Dodds. She lured me away, she attacked me, and you saw it.
Did I?
And you gave me that pen, only it wasn't a pen, it was a sword, and... What?
Percy, we've never had a teacher named Mrs. Dodds.
Perhaps it's for the best. This wasn't the place for you. It was only a matter of time before...
I got kicked out?
That's not what I was going to say.
You think I'm trouble just like everyone else?
No, but... that is to say... I can only accept the best from you, Percy. Someday you'll understand why. I'm truly sorry.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry I let you down.
Maybe he's right. You never fit in at this school anyway. You're not exactly...
Normal?
Exactly! I mean, I'll see you on the bus.
So if you think you are a half-blood, better get headed to the exits now. Cause folks will think you're lying, better run and don't start crying cause you're monster chow. Stick around and maybe you'll learn from me. This ain't no Odyssey, it's his Odyssey. So hear me out if you're so compelled. But nobody listens to me, they never listen. Nobody listens to me, they never listen. Oh.
You got it.
I didn't wanna be a half-blood. I didn't ask to be a half-blood. Expelled.
I can't tell you all my secrets.
Maybe you should start with one.
You're right, I'll show you where I met your dad. He'd be proud of his son.
Who cares? We're better off without him.
No, it's time you found out more about him.
Oh, look at the size of those waves.
Fire's gone. Somebody needs a marshmallow. And they're blue. Don't tell me you're too old for blue food.
You met Dad on this beach.
I first saw him in the water, coming out of the morning mist. He was handsome, strong, and before too long, you came to exist.
And then he ditched us. No coming home for dinner. Yeah, he sounds like a real winner.
Percy, he didn't have a choice. He wanted to meet you. And he warned me that things might be hard if you were like him.
Was he a screw-up too? Sorry, Mom. I was only normal.
Hey, blue food isn't normal. Blue food is strange. And that's why it's my favorite. I never want to change. To make it boring, orange or green. Why be blah when there's aqua?
Mom, if you're weird, you're weak.
That's where you're wrong. The things that make you different are the very things that make you strong. So be strong. You'll see, you're destined for great things.
The only thing I seem destined for is detention. I can't focus. I stink at school. My ADD gets the best of me. Dyslexia, not cool.
Just hang on, son. One day you'll find you'll leave that boring little life behind. Normal is a myth. Everyone has issues they're dealing with, and there's a place you need to go where you belong, where the things that make you different are the things that make you special. Special like your father. Yes, Percy, you are special. Like food, the color blue. All the things that make you you are the things that will make you strong. So be strong. Grover, you need to get Percy to the border. When I say run, run.
What about you?
You're the one that's after Percy. I love you so much. Ready? On 3. 1, 2, run!
Where's your mom? I'm not leaving her. Percy, come on! Mrs. Dodds was really a monster. I hope you're really a sword! Awesome! Hey, round B!
Over here! Yeah, you! You want my son? You have to answer to me!
Mom! No! Mom! I got him! Percy! Don't pass out! Don't pass out! Is this real? Am I dead or am I dreaming? Am I underneath the ocean? Or are my eyes just streaming? This is weird. Oh look, a strange man in a Hawaiian shirt.
What belongs to the sea can always return to the sea. It's a seashell.
Like I said, weird. Is she real? I must be dreaming. She's floating close to me, like an angel, or it's seeming. This is weird, but a good weird. I've never seen a face as beautiful as.
You drool when you sleep.
Oh, you're alive, I suppose that's good news for you, but it means a lot more paperwork for me, so don't expect me to be happy to see you. Of course, being alive is temporary. So, maybe if I go away and play pinochle for a few hours, things might improve. For me, not for you, you'd be dead.
Where am I?
Great, you haven't been debriefed. This is way out of my pay grade. You're saying a lot, cause I don't get paid. Someone find Professor Hafer Breath and tell him Peter Johnson is awake, so we better clip-clop over here.
It's Percy Jackson.
Whatever! Just another terrible day. I can't have blood where everything's the worst. Just another terrible day. When you're in charge, it's like you're cursed. Well, technically I am cursed. One romp in the woods with Zeus's favorite wood nymph, and you're stuck running a summer camp for a bunch of needy half-bloods.
Half-blood?
Yeah, half god, half mortal. Does no one watch the orientation film?
Did you say half-god?
Yeah, and I half care. Who's next? Selena Beauregard? No, great. She's crying.
I was walking in the strawberry fields with Charlie Beckendorf, and we were holding hands, and everything was totally normal. And then I kissed him, and all of a sudden he started growing sunflowers everywhere.
Look, kid, I hate to be the one to tell you, but I think that Charlie Beckendorf was also holding hands with a nymph that doesn't want to wish you well. To tell you the truth, the best thing is to break up with the guy. Of course, who am I to give relationship advice? I'm literally the god of alcohol.
But he loves me.
He loves you not! Next! Next, another terrible day at Camp Half-Blood, where everything's the worst. Just another terrible day. I'm the god of wine and I'm dying of thirst.
Wait, did you say you're a god?
Dionysus, god of wine? The gods are real. Yippee skippy. Ah, Katie Gardner, I see you've injured your arm.
I fell off a Pegasus.
You don't have flying lessons on Thursdays. You have archery.
Those arrows are made of wood. Wood comes from trees. I refuse to participate in any activity that encourages the senseless slaughter of our arboreal friends.
Oh God, give me Ares or Apollo, anyone but the Demeter kids, Captain. Now that you've blessed us, go talk to Hephaestus before I take a knife to my head and start stabbing. And stay away from the Pegasi, girls and ponies. Ah, speaking of ponies,
Percy! Mr. Brunner? What are you doing here? This guy is saying all this crazy stuff about nymphs and gods and... What is going on?
It's complicated.
oh kid, you have no idea about this place or your former mentor. I don't have time to fill you in on the details, but look, he's also a centaur. God.
I didn't mean to tell you.
Another terrible day.
Mr. Brunner!
I can't have
You're a horse!
Everything's the worst. Just another terrible day.
What is happening?
You can hate it here, but I hated it first. Just another terrible day. Stuck with these runts in the muck and mud. Another terrible day. Oh, God! I need a drink. Enjoy your stay at Camp Half-Blood.
Where is my mom?
Grover said she fought bravely. But a mortal woman against a minotaur.
It wasn't a dream. She's really gone.
I'm so sorry, Percy.
It's my fault! She was trying to protect me!
You mustn't blame yourself.
You say the gods are real, so how could they let that happen?
I'm afraid there are some questions only the gods themselves can answer. Look for their sign. You have to be patient. A sign that the gods have a plan. I know that the future looks blurry, but not to worry, just do what you can. Yes, the gods are very real, though they often won't reveal who they are, what they want, their design. Have faith, keep your chin up, we'll help you adjust, and trust you will see their sign.
So if my dad's a god, I'd like to know which one. He's got a lot to answer for. He showed no sign that he ever existed. No sign he might actually care. My mom raised me all on her lonesome. When I would reach out, no one else would be there. Well, I want my birthday cards and fishing trips, child support and homework tips. Don't mean to whimper or whine. The guy didn't need to be dad of the year, but it's clear he could have shown us a sign. So who is he?
It could be. That is to say, the prophecies suggest. But that's impossible. See you at dinner, Percy.
Tough first day. I'm Luke.
All this time I thought my dad was some deadbeat. Turns out
He's a deadbeat god. I get how you feel. Look, the gods are busy. They have a lot of kids and they don't always care. If you're one of the lucky ones, they'll send a sign if they want to claim you. A sign to admit you're their own.
And if they don't,
Then no one can blame you for holding a grudge. So hey, you're not alone. I'm gonna be your counselor. The Hermes cabin takes anyone who hasn't been claimed. You know what that means. We're literally the reject cabin. Welcome to the dysfunctional family. When parents are distant or seem non-existent, hang on cause you're gonna be fine. I know it's a lot to be thinking about. All of this upward ass darkness and doubt. If you need friends to help figure it out, together we'll search for your sign.